This is my first ride in 2 weeks. The snow is finally disappearing. Look at that. There's still some, but it's almost gone. I can finally ride again. Yeah, feels good. So I want to give you guys a bike check today on my San Quentin. I've been loving this hardtail. I've been riding it all winter long. And it's actually my favorite bike to ride here in town because most of the trails in Cumberland are pretty easy. Like, at least in terms of technicality and like smoothness, they're really smooth. They're not that technical, and it's nice having a hardtail because it makes everything way more challenging for me. I find there's nothing where I have to have a full suspension. Sure, it makes it easier. You can go faster, ride smoother in a lot of places, but having that challenge and having this bike just like, it's been so good because the geometry on it is so nice, and I'm not as smooth of a rider on it, so it forces me to ride smoother. And then when I get back on my bigger bikes, I'm just riding so good. So I love it. It's my favorite choice for the winter. And here's what I got on it. So it's the San Quentin 2 frame. I have it in a size small. And if any of you guys are wondering about what size to get, I would recommend staying down a size if you're kind of in between sizes. So for myself, I'm 5'6", and I'm normally on the edge of a small or a medium bike. With my other Marins, I run all smalls, and I find a few of my frames are a little too short, so I kind of want to size up to a medium on them. But with this, the small is definitely the way to go. It's way longer. It's almost an inch longer top tube than my other bikes. I have that really nice reach, and I can keep the nice short stem on there, the 30 mil stem, and that makes it a really good fit for me. I prefer a bit of a longer reach anyway, so just keep that in mind when you're getting this bike, that if you like a shorter reach, stay on the smaller side of things. Okay, what else do I got on here? So I'm running the WeAre1 carbon wheels, the Agents. These are so good. I've had them for the last 2 years. Been running these guys' wheels, and yeah, I'm really stoked on what they're doing. All handmade in cam loops. Really nice quality carbon, awesome feeling wheels. And then the SR Sun 2 RN fork, set to 130 mil of travel. I'm running D&D components on here for now, but I just picked up P&W as a component sponsor this year, so I'll be having all their stuff soon. On my cockpit, I'm running, you'll notice, the dropper post lever on the outside of the brake. That's because when I'm doing tricks, especially for tables, when I wrap my wrist under like this, I like having lots of room. I don't want my dropper lever to be in my way. So I get the lever as far away as possible, because for myself, convenience is less important. Like, the convenience of having it right here is less important than having a little bit of space to work with when my hands are moving around. And if you notice, like even on the other side, I do have the brakes pretty far away from the grips. And that's just because, yeah, I like having that space. My seat setup, I have my dropper post pretty low. It's pretty much slammed. And then I'm running a 150 Bachelor P&W post. So I don't think I'll go any shorter than 150 on a seat post, just because I like having it the right height for myself there, while keeping this part as low as possible. So a nice low seat is another good thing for tricks. It's awesome to have that clearance. And that just comes back to my dirt jump roots. I really like having a slam seat. The tires, there was really no planning behind those. I really like the Maxxis Minions, and I don't have a tire sponsor, so I bought those. And then I'm running a forecaster on the front. Again, there's no real reasoning behind that. It looked like a kind of a rad front tire. It's a little wider at 2.6, and it was on sale. Again, I don't have a tire sponsor, so I had to buy these, and it was a good deal, so I went for it, and I've been pretty happy with it so far. And then in terms of the components, I just have an SLX group set that I threw on there. So there's really nothing stock about this bike except for the cranks. I think that's the only thing, the FSA Comet cranks. That's the only stock part of this bike. So yeah, this bike's been rad, and the way they come stock is really good too. Like, the price point on these is pretty unreal. And if you're just getting into riding, or if you want something that's going to give you a bit more of a challenge, I would definitely recommend this bike. The geometry on it is like on point. So honestly, a full suspension version of this would be mind-blowing. And with that, I have to say that MARIN's coming out with a new bike really soon. I can't tell you what it's called, but it's gonna probably be my favorite bike this year, so I can't wait to share that with you guys in my next bike check. So thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for the next bike check. There it is, the San Quentin. Whew. It's little trails like that where the hardtail is so much fun.